Coach, congratulations. I know 13 wins has never been done here before, first and foremost, but just your thoughts on, while you're playing the game, were you paying attention to the Niners? And I know you just got the second seed.
Yeah, I knew what was going on. We kept it off the scoreboard for a reason so the players wouldn't. And I was whispering to Tom every now and then. But, I really wanted to get him out of the game. We gave up that touchdown. And but then we got the turnovers. And so it worked out great. I think the only person that we might have lost is Cyril. We're worried to see how bad his hamstring is. But, yeah, it's a happy locker room right now.
And you hit a lot of milestones, right? I mean, Gronk, I think, got some bonuses there. Tom went over 5,000 yards. Mike Evans set a record for touchdowns. What can you say about being able to accomplish all that along with winning?
It's amazing, the records that it seemed like every week there were 5 or 6 every week. And, big play in the game was Brashard Perriman's catch right before half. And, each guy stepped up and played, and can't say enough about them all. And, 13 wins, brother. That's hard to do.
Thanks.
We'll go to Greg Gauman.
You guys have dealt with slow starts before, but just wanted to ask you about the calm on both sides of the ball, down, not really playing well early, knowing you could get back in this game.
Oh, there's never any doubt. It's just a matter of let's get going, And normally when we go no huddle, we get going pretty good. We didn't do it early in the game, but the 2-minute drive kind of convinced us that's the way we need to play the second half. Defensively, just gave up too many RPOs, and they did a nice job with them, but we'll correct it and get better.
Thanks, Bruce.
We'll go to Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Bruce, on the heels of just a lot of accomplishments this season, what has stood out to you about this team and just the performance they were able to put together to finish off the regular season?
Yeah, 13 wins, and it hasn't been easy. I mean, we've had a lot of guys down all season, and different guys have stepped up. Jason and Spy and all those guys put together a hell of a roster, and we kept adding to it with veteran players as the season went along, and they all came in. Le'Veon, Brashard Perriman, all those guys had a big hand in it today, and I can't say enough about our front office having a great roster.
We'll go to Joey Knight.
Coach, how good was it to see Scotty Miller have some success late? And, I think fans are wondering why we haven't seen more of him this late in the season.
Yeah, it just wasn't his opportunities. Other guys were in there, and it's tough. We got a great room. That room's tough. And you earn your snaps by performing. He did a hell of a job today.
Appreciate it.
We'll go to Jenna Lee.
Hey, Coach, on a day when you lost yet another receiver, just what does it say about Mike Evans and Rob Gronkowski that they were able to step up in such a big way?
Yeah, we knew going in that, they were going to have a lot of single coverage, and Tom did a great job. They both did a great job, and I'm glad we got all those things done and a big win.
We'll go to John Romano.
Hey, Bruce, it looked like at some point after the 49ers tied the game that you went over and talked to Brady on the bench about it. What exactly did you say to him, and what was his response?
Yeah, I told him that it was tied, and, we needed one more score, and he wanted to stay in the game. Then I guess they threw an interception. But I just kept whispering to him where it was and when we were going to take him out of the game when we could. And once we got that lead, Mike's touchdown, it was time to get him out of there.
We'll go to J.C. Allen.
Hey, Coach, just wondering, Jamel Dean left, Brashard Perriman left, Mike Evans got banged up for play. What's the status of those guys?
Brashard's fine. He finished the game. Dean's got a little bit of a tight hamstring. Doesn't think it's anything, hopefully serious. Grayson's a hamstring, so we'll wait and see how bad it is.
The last question will come from Greg Allman.
Hey, Bruce, that drive before the half, you had a 3rd and 8 deep in your own territory, and Brady hit Mike. I know you really had one receiver above the rest kind of today, but just want to ask you how well Mike handled stepping up and giving Brady a reliable target there.
Yeah, he always is. I mean, he's the guy, and he's he's been very, very unselfish this year. And that's what makes our receiver room so special, is the way Mike leads that room and Chris leads that room. And it's all about winning and just happy. And I knew he'd get his 1,000, but, I mean, he's a big-time player, big-time person. Not because he's sitting right here, but.
All right, that's all your time for. Appreciate
Thanks,
your time,
guys.
Coach. All right, our first question will come from Rick Stroud.
Hey, Mike, congratulations on those records, another 1,000-yard season, obviously 14 touchdowns. I wanted to ask you, just give us the scene in the locker room or where you guys actually watched San Francisco make the interception and advance you guys to the number 2 seed.
We just watched it. Great game between two good teams, and went in our favor. So we're happy about that.
And can you tell us what that means for you to get another 1,000 yards? It looked like you got injured a little bit. How do you feel? And then the touchdown record as well.
I feel good. Just hit my funny bone. I was having flashbacks from last year. I was like, oh man, so unfortunate. But then my hand went a little numb, and then the sense came back, and then I'm good. I'm just happy to be in the NFL, and then to break records and break my own records. It's a true blessing, and I don't take it for granted. I come in each year and work my tail off and try to be the best that I can be.
Go to Jenna Lane.
Hi, Mike. First off, congrats. Glad to see that you're okay.
Thank you.
For a while there in the first half, it just seemed like you guys couldn't get any momentum going your way. And then all of a sudden, Tom hits you with that 37-yard completion. You guys went up tempo. Everything changed. Just what did it mean for you to play such a big role in this team getting momentum?
I was just happy to get out there and do my part and help the team win. We obviously needed this win. We got it, and the other game went in our favor. And I'm just happy, when the ball comes to my play, I just try to make the play whenever I can. So
You guys faced, a potential big distraction this week with losing Antonio Brown, and then Cyril Grayson goes down with an injury. What does it say about the mental fortitude of this team to be able to go out there and still get a win today?
I mean, some of the best I've ever been around. The guys' mentality has been great. I mean, it's been a next man up mentality all year, really. We haven't had our full team the whole season, and that's how it's had to be. We had to adjust, and it helps that we have a surplus amount of talent on this team for guys to step up.
We'll go to Greg Allman.
Hey, Mike, you guys have played so well at home this season, and the win today sets you guys up where you might be able to have 2 playoff wins. How much more confidence do you guys have in this building as well as you played this year?
Playing at home?
Yes.
I mean, the fans have made it so easy for us with the energy that they bring. It's something that I'm not used to in the past. With no offense to the Bucs fans, but it was it was really on us. We weren't winning, and now we're winning, and it looks great out there. I talk to the guys all the time about it. Don't take it for granted because it can definitely be different. And our fans have done a hell of a job this year, and hopefully Ray J will be rocking. Hopefully we have the playoffs at home the whole time. So that's what we're looking for.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
We'll go to Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Mike, congratulations. Of the 2 personal accomplishments you made today, which one are you most proud of? The 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons or the 14 touchdowns in a year?
That's a good question. I like both. I'll take the history, though, NFL history. So the 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons to start a career, that's one of one. So, I'm happy to extend that this year, and hopefully I can do it next year.
We'll go to John Romano.
Hey, Mike, considering all of the bodies that have gone down, all the injuries you guys have had during the year, does it seem pretty remarkable to be sitting here with 13 wins and a number 2 seed at this point?
No, I mean, I feel like we could have been the 1 seed this year. You know, we dropped some games that we shouldn't have lost. But that's in the past, and we were able to get the 2 seed. I mean, we have one of the best rosters ever assembled. We were unfortunate this year with injuries, but guys have been stepping up and making plays.
We have time for a few more. Next, we'll go to Evan Winter.
Hey, Mike, love the shirt, man. Obviously, players want to stay on their games at all times, and obviously the injuries are no good. But in your opinion, do you think it's possible that all the injury adversity actually helps players by keeping them on their toes and knowing they have to take a bigger role on as the season wears on?
Maybe it helps some guys because you always got to stay ready, especially if you aren't a focal guy that's playing a lot. You got to be ready. But at this point in our careers, we're professionals, so always got to be ready no matter what.
Thanks, man.
Last question will come from Joey Knight.
Mike, it was a very turbulent week for you guys. As the leader of that receiving room, did you say anything to the other guys in the receiving room to keep them focused?
Yeah, just keep working hard, and when the ball comes your way, make the play. Just play with effort, and we have enough talent to go do what we did last year. So, I mean, it was an unfortunate week. It's been an unfortunate season with injuries. You just gotta, next man up, gotta make plays.
How good was it to see Scotty Miller have success?
Oh, that was great, man. He's the ultimate pro, great teammate. Was happy to see him get out there and play a little running back, get some rushing yards.
All right, that's all we have time for. Appreciate taking the time, Mike.
All right, yeah, thank y'all.
Will come from Rick Stroud.
Tom, congratulations on the win. 13 wins on a season, never been done here before. I wanted to ask you, the game ended and you didn't know the outcome of the Rams-San Francisco game. What was that like, kind of waiting for them and watching it with your teammates and having the number 2 seed in the NFC?
That's in the end, it's a great achievement to get the 2 seed, and it just felt good to win today. So whatever happened, with other teams, you can't never control any of those things. And even for the next game, I don't know what you're worried about 2 games from now. I'm not worried about 2 games from now. I'm worried about 1 game from now, which is the Eagles. So I don't care if the Rams would have won. That's all right. We still got the Eagles, and that's going to be the biggest game of our season. And if we win, whoever we play, wherever we play, we're still going, and that's what we want to do.
Go to Greg Allman.
Hey, Tom, Bruce talks so much about the chance to score twice when you score before halftime and coming out of halftime, and that really changed the game tonight. Just those 2 drives and how much it helps you guys take control of the game.
It's good. When you get a double score like that and 14 points, they don't touch the ball, it's pretty good. So guys made a bunch of big plays. Gronk obviously played great. Mike played huge. Everybody made plays. BP made plays. Scotty made plays. Cam made plays. OJ did. Keyshawn did. Le'Veon did. We had the whole, everyone who was out there contributed. So that's what we're going to need. I mean, we got a tough group of guys, and hopefully we can get some reinforcements in next week, and go from there.
We'll go to Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Tom, how nice was it after the first 3 possessions and the struggles you had on offense that things all of a sudden started clicking and you were able to kind of hit some personal milestones with guys on the team reaching their bonuses and also some records for, like Mike Evans?
I think everyone's happy for those guys because they've had incredible years and they've just been incredible contributors to what we're trying to accomplish. Great teammates, just come to work every day, just working their tail off. So Gronk's had an incredible year. Mike's had an incredible year. A lot of guys have. Obviously, Chris was having an incredible year. So a lot of guys really stepped up to the challenge. And today got off to a little bit of a rough start, but found a way to get some rhythm. And when we do that, it's pretty good. So did a good job taking care of the football today, did a good job with penalties, good job in the red area, good job on third down. So we're going to have to keep it going. I mean, all these now at this point really doesn't make that much of a deal at this point. Everyone's at the same point, and we got to win one game. And, it's against a really good football team who's playing really well lately.
Hey, Tom, you faced a potentially really big distraction this week, and then you lost Cyril Grayson during the game. Just what does it say about the strength of this team, the mental toughness that you guys were able to overcome that? And what was key for you guys being able to lock in?
I think just, you've got to have, the ability of players to, come in and fill a void. So, it was a good group effort by all the guys over in there. Tyler got a lot of confidence in Tyler, got a lot of confidence in BP, made a huge catch. Scotty obviously have a lot of confidence in. So everyone is getting opportunities making plays. The tight ends are doing a great job. Backs are doing a great job with a lot of backs out today. So that's what football's all about.
We have time for a few more. Next, we'll go to JC Allen.
Hey, Tom, you have some history against this Eagles organization. The Bucs have some history. How important it is to get to a fast start when they come in here next week?
We're going to have to play our best game of the year. I mean, this is a toughest opponent all year. We're playing a team that's very talented. They make it to this point for a reason, and we got to do everything we can do to get the win. I mean, this is a football team that's been playing really well. Good on offense. They got a very good defense, good front, been very healthy. It's going to be a very tough game.
Last question will come from Joey Knight. All right, we'll go to Evan Winter.
Hey, Tom, obviously 22 years. You've been doing this a lot, been around a lot of players. But a lot of these guys on the team right now, Keyshawn Vaughn, Cyril Grayson, they haven't been doing this a lot. Is there anything specifically you're telling them differently as the season wears on and as you go into the postseason than compared to the veteran guys on the team?
Not really. Just, everyone's got to do the job that we're being asked to do. So you're put in a position, we got to go in there and make the plays we're capable of doing. There's been a lot of moving parts for us all season on offense and defense. So we'll see how it comes out this week and try to line up and play our best game of the year next week whenever we play. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, Rob, congratulations on the win. That's 13 this year. Has never happened. I wanted to ask you, there was a lot at stake in this game, including the number 2 seed. How aware, they didn't have it on the scoreboard for a while. What was it like kind of waiting to see, what was going to happen in the other game and where you guys are right now?
Well, first off, Coach told us that he wasn't even going to have the game or the score of that game on during our game, which makes total sense. I mean, we had to do what we had to do. We had to take care of business first, because if we didn't take care of business, we would have never gotten the number 2 seed. So when we took care of business, we had the game, wrapped up end of the fourth quarter. They put the game on. We had the other game in here in the locker room, and it went our way, which is amazing, And we took care of business, though, and that's what really matters, is that we did what we had to do, and then the rest took care of itself. And now we got the number 2 seed, which is really cool.
What about Kevin O'Donnell?
Hey, Rob, the first three possessions, you guys only generated 48 yards of offense, and then things just exploded. What ignited this offense that finished with 409 yards and 41 points on the board?
Yeah, I mean, the first, couple drives were pretty crappy, no doubt about that. And, we can't have that, going forward. Every game from here on out is do or die. It's going to be the playoffs, and that's going to hurt us big time if we go out there and we have 3 drives for 20 yards in the playoffs. So we got to clean that up big time. And then we just, woke up, I would say. We just woke up as an offense and just started firing, hitting the open guys, getting the run game going. And we were just, flat the first 3 possessions. And we can't have that happen if we want to win in the playoffs.
We'll go to Greg Allman.
Rob, I know everything starts with the team success today, but for you individually, you hit 2 big incentives today that were season-long incentives that you hit in a season where you basically missed 6 games with injury. Just want to ask you how much that means and how nice it was to get that in the last game here as part of a win.
Yeah, I mean, it was really nice to get it. I mean, first off, the most important thing is obviously getting the win, but, hitting incentives is cool, and the Buccaneers are, great organization and putting me in a position to where I can hit those incentives, which is awesome. Love playing here, love playing, for this organization, and it's cool to hit those. It's going to, gonna have to bring out, all the tight ends out to dinner, a couple of the quarterbacks. I don't bring Tom. I'm going to bring the backup quarterbacks out to dinner, and and all that good stuff. Maybe my coach out to dinner. Everyone's expecting a little handout, but I can't do it without my team. No doubt about that. I can't do it without my fellow tight ends, without my coach, without my, offensive line out there. So without all the, coaches. So it was cool to hit it, but celebrate a little bit. But we got a playoff, so that's going to be what we're going to be looking forward to most from here on out.
Thanks, Rob.
Yep.
We'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Rob, congrats, first of all. What was it like for you guys going from having a really difficult time getting anything going in the first half, and then he hits Mike on that big chunk play, and then he hits you on a 20-yarder. You guys score, and then you score again to open up the second half, no huddle. Just what's it like for you guys to go from things not really moving, and then all of a sudden you get this surge of momentum?
Yeah, we needed that surge of momentum, and you got to give it to Mike. He started that. He sparked us. Mike with that catch and run, just making some guys miss on the run aspect of it. It got us fired up. It got us going, and that's what we needed. We needed a little spark, and Mike did that for us. And the first 3 possessions were just awful crap. We can't have that. We can't let that happen from here on out. We got to play good football, even if we don't go 3 and out. We got to just at least get some yards, at least get some first downs on the first couple possessions to get us rolling. But once we got rolling, once we got trucking, once that spark lit, we were just on fire from there on out.
We have time for a few more. Next, we'll go to Evan Winter.
Hey, Gronk, sticking with that slow start, what is it about Tom Brady during those slow starts, the cool, the calm, the collected, attitude? What is it about him that helps fuel that fire that you just spoke about?
Yeah, Tom doesn't like slow starts, really. He looks, calm, cool, and collected, but, he's trying to light a spark under us, get us going in the huddle. There's no doubt about that, but it's all for the good. It's all that, light that spark, and he sure did. He got us going, hitting Mike on that pass. But, he's trying to light that spark, but he is also staying calm and cool, to where, we just got to start making plays, and they're going to come.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Next, we'll go to J.C. Allen.
You and Tom have been doing this for years. What do you notice may be different about Brady this year compared to all the other years past when you guys were starting to head into the playoffs?
Everyone always asks that, like, what's the difference with Tom, between years, and literally –
Rob, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
1 second.
Oh, hold on.
All right, we're good. I think we got you. You're good. We can hear you.
That was nice. That was the Generation X. The difference between Tom and the years is that nothing. The guy always comes prepared week in, week out. He's always has a fire, lit underneath him, always trying to spark, the guys around him to, be the best that they can be. But literally, he's always prepared week in, week out. You never see anything different. I mean, it's going to be the same preparation this week going into the playoffs than it was for the final season, regular season game. So he's just always ready to play, man. He loves the game.
And last question will come from Melissa Thomas.
Hey, Rob. Question for you. We heard a lot about the, kind of the next man up mentality that the team has. Kind of talk to us about that and what that means for you, seeing your fellow offense kind of rise to that occasion.
Yeah, I mean, that's football. That's what a lot of teams, that's been, with a lot of teams I've been a part of, where it's the next man up. There's always injuries. There's always something going on to where someone else has to step in, and that's going to be crucial for us. We're going to need every single player on our roster to contribute. You saw Scotty Miller step up today, which was awesome to see. I love seeing him roll. He's a great player. To see the ball in his hands was a great thing to see tonight, especially with that touchdown run he had. But it's football. It's the NFL, and that's how you win games, is when the next man up steps up and contributes and makes plays.
All right, that's all your time for.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate taking the time, Rob.
Vita,
This
congratulations.
is my first time doing this.
Well, yeah, not the last, I'm sure.
Come on, let's get a round of applause.
First of all, congratulations on the contract extension. What a weekend for you. Can you just put in perspective, you signed that, then you come out here, you win a game, there's 13th game of the year, and you got the number 2 seed in the NFC. What was this weekend like for you?
It was just an incredible weekend. Obviously I'm happy about the new contract. I'm happy to be here for another 4 years. And just to cap the season off like this with 13 wins, first time in a long time since the team was founded. So I think that's a big achievement for us as a team to get there. And then just blessed, blessed that all of this has happened. 2 seed, we couldn't ask for anything better. So, yep.
We'll go to Jenna Lee.
Hey, Vita, congratulations on getting the new contract. The second deal is something that so many players just dream about being able to do. And I know obviously you're excited about the win and stuff today, but just what does it mean for you to be able to have that second contract and be able to kind of set yourself up for the rest of your life?
It's definitely a blessing. I got to thank God first. God, my family, my teammates, they've been behind me the whole way. And, it wasn't just me by myself. I think everybody around me, helped me get to this point, including everybody on the D-line, my teammates, family, everybody praying for me. And all my coaches that ever coached me, especially Coach Casey and Coach Bowles, put me in this situation to, be the best I could be. So, I got to thank them too, as well as everybody else.
we saw what it was like for you last postseason when you came in and were such a difference maker with that pass rush. What can it do with JPP and Shaq Barrett possibly coming back and hopefully being able to do the same thing that you did last year?
They're definitely they definitely play a big role on our defense. We could always use them. Those two guys are big-time difference makers when they're on the field. When it comes to pass rushing and, setting the edge. But, we had guys that have been stepping up for them, been doing their part. But it'll just be that much better whenever they can rejoin us.
What a Greg Allman.
Hey, Vita, you guys didn't have the best start defensively, but for the second week in a row, you get a huge stop near the goal line on a quarterback sneak. Just want to ask you about that play and what the key is to stopping them on 4th and inches like that.
I think it just goes back to our preparation and just our coaching. I think Coach Bowles put us in a good call to stop it. I think, whenever we get stops like that, it's us on the field as much as it is on the coaches. I think Coach Bowles always puts us in the best situation or possible for us. And, we just got to go out there and execute it, and which we did.
Thanks, Vita.
Yeah.
We'll go to JC Allen.
Vita, you're giving up another 100-yard game on the ground. What does the defense need to do? You guys pride yourself on being such a strong run defense unit. What do you guys need to do to turn that around?
We just got to go back to our fundamentals. Just go back to the drawing board, see, what we got to fix. Obviously we got to fix it in a hurry going into the playoffs, but I think, with us as a team and the leaders on the team and our coaches, I think we'll be able to turn it around.
We have time for a few more. Next, we'll go to Leo Haggerty.
Vita, last year, you were road warriors in the playoffs. You had to go to Washington, you had to go to New Orleans, you had to go to Green Bay. How nice is it to know you're going to end up with 2 games at home right away?
I think it's really nice, really nice for us as a team and also for the fans, to come experience that. With that, obviously last year with COVID, it was a lot different, but, I think it'll help just us in general.
And last question will come from Evan Winter.
Hey, Vita, obviously you missed the first 2 games of the playoffs last year with the leg injury. How excited are you to be playing early in this year's postseason?
It's really exciting, to get it going and get the opportunity to, actually play in the playoffs again. Obviously last year missing those first 2 games, as far as the season, it was just really anxious. I was just getting really anxious. I'm trying to come back, so it's kind of feels good to be out there with the guys.
And just based off the top of your head, what do you want to do differently? Obviously, you won the game against the Eagles in Week 6, but what do you personally want to do differently this week?
I think we just we got to get back together as a team and just figure out what our game plan is going into this week, and see what will work out best for us. Obviously, they're not the same team we played in the regular season. Obviously they've grown and gotten better, so we definitely got a game plan towards that. They got a lot of threats on their offense, so it's gonna be a hard task for us.
All right, that's all we have time for. Appreciate you taking the time, Vita.